We live. We live. Do not disturb. Facebook. Dogs barking. Good morning. Monday morning. Monday morning. Go live. Go live. Uh, techness. Techness. Speaking of tech, looking at a new microphone and a little thing so that I get better audio on these. Chris Olson's been helping me with that. Ah, thank you, Chris. Kids are great. Good morning, everybody. Let's switch over to see if anybody's on. You turn this on, turn that on. How was your weekend? In the chat on a 1 to 10, how are we doing? Geez, they got to stop crashing planes. Stop that. So, how was your weekend on a scale of 1 to 10? Let me see if we come up live here. I don't see it on the Facebookness yet. I can't get it. There we go. There I am. All right. We'll see who we have. Dave Howard is ranking his weekend to 10. Let's say Dave Howard's a 10. Matt Tolman going with a 10. I like it. You guys coming out of the blocks firing this morning. Good to see. 70 on the sleep score last night. Not so good. I had a little time around 1 a.m. where I got to just hang out with myself. Start thinking about work. Don't do that. That stuff. Chris Dwyer tells me, put that stuff in a locker across the room. Close the door for the night. Go to sleep. Yeah. Dave. Good morning, Tony. Good to see you. We're having a little snow these days because we didn't get any in November, December, January, and now we're going to pay for it in February and March. That's the way it goes if you live in the Northeast. So just face it. It's going to be ugly here through the end of March, right? So, yeah. Well, cool. Good to see you guys. I hope you had a great weekend. We had some company. Company's coming. Right? We had a few people stop over. And it was good. Good for Wendy. Good for me too. But as much as I'm just a bowl of cherries all the time, it was nice for her to have somebody else to hang out with and give unsolicited advice, get unsolicited advice from, because I only have so much that I can spit out, right? So, yeah, hang out with yourself, Tony says. So, yeah, we had some friends, family. Got to see Jimmy. Jimmy's doing better, which is awesome. He's my Tuesdays with Maury next door. Talked to you guys about him before. And so it was good all the way around. We just think she kind of settled into, like, we got to click these days off, babe, you know? And I learned that probably shouldn't say things like, only 11 more weeks. No, just kidding. So Karuba on YouTube says, what time zone are you in? We are in Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. Well, great. We'll hang around. Good to see you. Nice to see some people jumping on the YouTubes. Working on my talks for our Edge Live event. I'm doing 2 of them, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. And I'm going to come at you guys. So if you dare, get yourself to the Edge Live event on February 22nd. Hey, what's going on, touring man? I love it. Get yourself to our event. If you haven't bought a ticket yet, get it. It's not the end of the world. If you let me know, hey, I'm coming, but I've had a couple of people say, hey, listen, I'll buy my ticket in a week or so. No problem at all. Okay. I'm not one of those guys. We might say, yeah, there are a limited amount of seats, but it's 300. Okay. So we can fit you in. However, don't wait till the last minute. We want to make sure we have something for you to eat. We want to make sure we know you're coming so we can put some stuff together for you. And I also like to use that if I know, hey, Josh Baker's coming. I can tell Matt Adamiak, come on down from Canada, Matt. Josh is going to be there. So, Matt, how are you? Good to see you. Josh is a 9 today. So, guys, we're going to expand our talk about winning a little bit today. Winning's fun to talk about, isn't it? I like it. I'm glad you agree. we're looking at been kind of going. I'm on a book roll here. We did a little bit of Atomic Habits. We talked about Relentless, and now we're talking winning. All I do is win, win, win. Know that song? My friend Rick used to play that when we were biking, and he was kicking my ass all over the countryside. But today I want to talk about the dark side of winning, as described by Tim Grover in his book, Winning. Okay. I've been bringing some of this stuff to you guys, and don't be confused. It's not stuff that I've just been up at night writing up and having revelationary moments about. It's some things that I've enjoyed reading that have stuck with me that I want to share with you in hopes you pick up a book and read it as well. Roy Dahl is watching. Good to see you, Roy. I hope you're doing well. Tell you what, Roy, seeing your pictures in the gym every day, you're inspiring me, my friend. So thank you very much. Got out for a walk on Saturday after I opened my mouth about the cold weather and got challenged to do an outdoor walk. Actually, no, that was yesterday, and I had a pretty good lift on Saturday. So I appreciate you guys. Can't really move that much today, but we'll get there. So let's talk about winning, the dark side of winning, okay? It's rarely talked about. Everybody wants to win, but nobody wants to talk about the dark side of it. In other words, kind of winners never lose, losers never win. Right, exactly. The dark side of winning. Winning comes with incredible rewards. However, comes with a lot of sacrifices too, right? Damn, I said right again. Sacrifices, challenges, and it can be lonely, right? A level of loneliness that most people don't expect or prepare for, right? They think winning's just going to be great. We're going to get to the top and everybody's just going to be there waiting to celebrate. It isn't always that way, all right? And it isn't supposed to be fair. I learned that in Lake Placid in 2008 when I couldn't finish an Ironman because I was just sick. I was sick when I got in the water. And I remember saying to Bailey, hey, remember, I tell you, don't expect life to be fair. This is what I mean. It's not supposed to be easy, though. It will cost you everything, and it will demand even more when you think you have nothing left to give, says Tim Grover. Similar to David Goggins, right? Like Goggins says, when you think you're cooked, when you think you're done, you're really only about 40% there. So if you want to be truly relentless, and we talked about that a couple days ago, you got to embrace the realities of what winning requires. It takes a lot of work, guys. It's not about avoiding the dark side. I don't want to sacrifice anything. It's about learning to thrive in the dark side, on the dark side, in the adversity, right? Mr. Hargraves, good to see you watching. You know, when your old high school guidance counselor jumps on, you've made it in life. I think I probably told you I'd see my name in lights someday. I just didn't think I was going to have to build the sign myself. Good to see you. So winning requires sacrifice. And we learn this, right? Success demands a trade-off. You got to give up comfort, distractions, and even some relationships. Maybe put that cell phone down a little bit earlier in the night. Maybe getting up a little bit earlier in the day. This is where most people quit. They don't want to do the things. They don't want to pay the price. They're unwilling to pay the price. When I was doing Ironman stuff, I had to get up. It was on the plan. We got to get up. We got to run to do it. It wasn't, are we running today? It was how far and how long, and are we doing anything first, right? Okay. And it's lonely. That path to success is lonely, guys. Winning is a lonely journey because most people don't have the same level of commitment that you might. They just don't. You'll lose friends, face criticism, and often feel like nobody really understands your drive. Hey, you still doing that? I used to get, hey, you still doing that marathon shit? It wasn't marathon shit. It was an Ironman. But just that statement was sometimes very cutting to me. You still doing that? Like, in other words, they might have well have said to me, have you given up yet? No, I haven't, and I'm not going to. They were the same people that were right there going, hey, great job at the end. But in the middle, where I couldn't go to the cookout, or I didn't drink all the beers, and it was uncomfortable for everybody else, and pointed out and highlighted what they're not willing to do, in the middle, it was rough. Tim Grover says the top is never crowded because it's too damn hard to get there. Yeah, they think you're crazy, Josh. I had a friend of mine, Mark Bancroft, say to me one time, it's lonely at the top, but you eat better. He's right. Winning brings the weight of responsibility. When you're winning, the pressure only increases. You become the person others look to for the answers, right? Said right again. Try not to say right. That responsibility can feel overwhelming, but it's also what separates winners from everyone else. They embrace the pressure instead of running from it. They love it. They bring it. Kobe wants the ball. I remember Larry Bird. Give me the ball, get out of my way. Right in the huddle. Give me the ball, get out of my way. That's the plan. There's 3 seconds on the clock. We're down 2. Think of elite athletes or high-performing entrepreneurs like those guys, basketball that I quote a lot. They carry the same weight of expectations day after day. They're the guy. They're the guy. They're the winner. Yeah, Josh, I like to eat. Me too. And they need to have a ruthless focus. Ruthless focus. Winning requires just an obsessive level of focus. You can't be all things to all people when you're trying to win. You can't afford to let the distractions pull you away from your mission. This means you got to make some hard choices, right? Being okay with not being liked by everyone and not everybody understanding what you're trying to do. But the dark side of winning is necessary, Tim says. And it isn't something to fear. It's not like, oh, the dark side. No, but it's where the real growth happens. It's in the sacrifices, the loneliness, the pressure, the adversity, where you find out what you're truly capable of. That's how you win. In the words of one of my coaches, Ben Newman, that is how winning is done. So think of your biggest goal. I'll challenge you this. What's one sacrifice you've already made or know you need to make to achieve it? How do you feel about the trade-off? Speaking of winners, Bubba Hogan just jumped on. Good to see you, my friend. Think about your biggest goal. What's one sacrifice you've already made or know you'll need to make to achieve it? And how do you feel about the trade-off? You're like, yeah, I know in order to get from here to there, I've got to, I have to eat real food for the next 6 months. Nothing processed, no grains, no this, no that, no processed grains, that kind of stuff. Are you willing to do it? Have you ever felt lonely or misunderstood on your journey to success? Maybe if you're a guy that employs, a dozen people and you feel like you're the only one that shares the vision, right? Share your experience in the comments, guys. Good morning, Bubba. Guarantee you're not alone in how you feel. If you felt lonely or misunderstood on your way to the top, post it in the chat. And then I'm going to ask you to identify a sacrifice you're willing to make. Write down one thing you're willing to let go of, whether it's a distraction, a bad habit, or maybe even a toxic relationship that's holding you back from your goals. Write it down. You know better than to not bring a pen. Coffee number 2. 70 on the sleep score last night, guys. Working hard to bring it this morning. There's strength in the struggle. When you're feeling the weight of the dark side, remind yourself why you started. Why are we doing this? Write down your why and keep it visible. Throw it on the fridge. Keep it as a reminder to why you're working so hard. Bubba says coaching. Hey, wait a minute. That's not funny. So what we also want to do, Bubba, is build a support system. Even though winning can feel lonely, it doesn't have to mean isolation. Get in those right rooms. Surround yourself with the people who understand and support your mission, even if it's just 1 or 2 trusted individuals. We're trying to do some things here. That means I'm probably not going out on Saturday night and clearing up a dozen beers or whatever. Or we're not going for ice cream every other day. We're keeping it real. We're going to the events like the Edge Live event on 2/22 in Portland, Maine from 8 to 5, lunch included. We're doing things. We're getting in the right rooms. We're getting around people. We're taking those opportunities to network. We're reaching out to former clients. We're farming our own customer base for new leads. We're doing the things that aren't always sexy, right? But they make the cash register ring. All right, guys, we're talking about the dark side of winning today. The dark side of winning is real, but it's also what makes the journey so meaningful, right? It's about the journey. If you haven't realized that yet, you haven't been paying attention. When you embrace the sacrifices, the loneliness, and the pressure, you step into a level of strength and resilience that most people will never know. They'll never know. They're not willing to get uncomfortable. It's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be worth it. Josh says, let go and release my past, start fresh, become the identity of an organized, successful business owner. Yes, love it. Tim Carmody is watching. Good to see you, Tim. A good quote here from Tim Grover is, winning will test you, push you, and break you. And if you're strong enough, it will also make you. I like it. So today, take a moment, reflect on what you're willing to sacrifice, guys, for your biggest goals. Share one step you're going to take to embrace that dark side. Put it in there, hashtag dark side. I don't care what you want to do for the day. What is it that needs to go away to allow you to keep pushing? Good morning, Tim. We're talking about the dark side of winning, Tim, and I'll boil this 15-minute talk down to you in 10 seconds. What do you need to get rid of to win at a higher level? Boom, done. Have a great day. What needs to go away? What needs to go away? What are you willing to sacrifice? And you know when you're there because you start getting the comments, right? Oh, when are you going to be done with that no drinking thing? Maybe never. I don't know. It's not what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to do things at a high level. Those are the same people that hate a Monday. Life's a garden. Dig it. Joe Dirt. Right? Those are the same people that hate a Monday. I love a Monday. Fresh start. Reset button. Here we go. Tony Ruffin. If that ain't a D personality, right? Yeah. Don't hate on a Monday. Monday never did anything to you. Reset. Restart. Did that help anybody? Was that helpful? Pick up anything there? If you didn't, pick up this book. Most of you on this call have probably read it. Tim's other one that I like is Relentless. He's written others, I believe. I haven't read them. Good stuff. Speaking of books, 250 of mine are dropping on my doorstep in another 15 days. So we will have them at the event. It's called Finding Your Edge. And I'd love to give you a copy on February 22nd at the Edge Live event in Portland, Maine. So we'll put the event link in the comments. Hopefully you guys can sign up. Matthew Tolman, love it. Matt, you actually had a post last week. I just wasn't sure you were aware of it. I wanted to let you know. You had a post last week that didn't have the F word in it. I just wasn't sure if you were aware. You can back and fix that. Oh, shit. Well, guys, I've been having fun doing this. I enjoy it. Kicks my day off on the right foot, too. I've had a lot of great comments, feedback. Dave Brackett mentioned to me the other day, said, he says, I turned on your thing, and I really wasn't feeling like going to work today, and I don't want to do this today. It was a Friday, and he was saying to his wife, just not up for it. And he turned on this call and, started commenting and participating in what was going on, and went to work and had a great day. So, when I can have that kind of impact on somebody I've known for 40 years now, that feels pretty good. So I appreciate you guys watching. Please jump in our communities. We've got the free Facebook group called The Summit. If you haven't received an invite from Dave Howard yet, you're not living. Get in that group. We post a lot of positive things in there every day. We're also really working hard to build our school communities. SKOOL. It's a new app for building communities online. So we have a free group and what I call a paid group. And the paid group offers more content than the free group. Very simple, just like anything else in life. And I'm also really looking forward to bringing on a couple more one-on-one coaching clients. So if you're stuck, if you're struggling with life or business, and you want to see what it would look like to work with someone and have someone in your corner, I'm I'd love to do a 30-minute free strategy call with you. I'll put that link in the comments as well. I was on a walk. I think, I lifted Saturday, walked yesterday. I was on a walk. I listened to Alex Hermosi's recent podcast. I think it was him. Well, maybe it was Ed Milet, but it made me think. One of them said, like, you know all the things you need to do to get to where you want to go, right? But you're not doing them. So if you're not doing them, I can help you with that. That is why you need to book a free 30-minute strategy call with me. You know what to do. If you knew what to do and you were doing it, you wouldn't be thinking about it. Steve Rosenberg says, he's one of the guys that's coming to speak at our event. He said, listen, God, he's right. I saw him say this on stage. He goes, listen, if you knew the path to being successful at business, you'd be on the stage and I'd be sitting in your chair, right? So get people around you that have done what you're doing. Stop taking advice from people who haven't done what you're doing. Get in the right rooms. Get around people that want you to win. Good morning, Brian Weimer. How are you? Good to see you. Get around people that want you to win. It's simple, guys. Change it up. Get with the winners. So anyway, it's been fun. That's what I got for you today. I have to actually do another live call this morning in our Edge Live community on the school app. We do that every Monday. We missed last Monday because somebody got a new hip. I was in the hospital and I was a little frazzled. But I did manage to get this call out. This one was the one I was thinking about. And then I was like, oh, crap, I should have done the other one. But by that time, she was in recovery and all that. So she's doing well. Guys, take care of yourself because we've seen what it's like to gimp around here this week, right? Got the walker going, hopping around, getting off the couch, all that stuff. Take care of yourselves because when it's hard to move like that, your world gets really small. So anyway, that's what I've got for worldly wisdom for you today. I hope you embrace Monday. Don't hate on a Monday. Get out there and get some shit done. Do some good things. Make somebody's day. All right. And thank you, Touring Man on Instagram, Josie Violi 921. Any of you guys that joined us, I appreciate you. I'll talk with you tomorrow. Later.